Hello everyone and welcome to this new Let's Play game on Farm Simulator 19 where we are on Attingham Park, a mod that I've played a few times before. I used to have a farm down here, but we're starting again. Fresh start on this farm down here, which is Crossfields Dairy. And this farm comes with these 3 fields here, but also this field here, which isn't a recognised field, but it is a bit of pasture land there. So we're starting off with some basic equipment and £10,000. And I've tried to keep this kind of fairly simple, and I want to keep it a bit more of like a classic or like a modern classics kind of playthrough game rather than just using big new equipment. I really wanted to play with some of the kind of equipment that I used to like as a kid, like the kind of tractors that I used to see driving around the field as a kid and used to love watching. It's old Fords. I don't know the names of a lot of these things, but essentially when I was growing up, it was either Case, Ford, John Deere, or Massey Ferguson. And those were your kind of main brands. Don't really remember anything like McCormick or New Holland or anything like that. So I thought I'd play with a bit more kind of retro gear, keep it fairly simple. And essentially, we're just going to play through on this map until we can get Farm Simulator 2025. So we're not going to make the rules of this game too strict, just going to have a bit of fun, see how things go, and yeah, just go from there really. So the land that we've got this field here, which needs ploughing. It's 66% fertilized and there were sunflowers in here. That's obviously been harvested, so probably the first thing that we'll do, I think, probably would be plough that field. We're in early spring, day 2. I used the first day just to set everything up. We've also got this field. No, not this field. We have these. This is technically 2 fields here. So big grass fields. So we'll be doing a lot of mowing and baling in these fields when they are done. It says ready to harvest. I don't know. I think that probably grow a bit more than that, but it needs fertilizing, which we don't have a fertilizer at the moment. With £10,000, maybe we'll buy one. But I think what we'll do to get the first stage of fertilizing on that, we will use the rollers. So we'll just have a quick tour around the farm before we get started. We've got some silos and bunkers here. I assume that these are working silos, but we'll see when we cut some of the grass and collect that. We have some cow sheds here with the milk collector there. Oh, we do have a silo. I didn't think we had one, but see we do, so that's good. We've got no grain or anything in there but at the moment, but we will at some point, I'm sure. Diesel tank there. Yep, these are the cow fields here. So yeah, this one is not recognised as a field, but I believe that the cows will kind of come out into here once we buy some. They'll kind of populate this field as well. Water trough there for them. So yeah, back through here. I think that just brings us out by the silage pit again. Yep. Got some sheds here. Currently nothing in them, but I guess these would be for equipment. I don't know, maybe hay bales. Yes, hay bales, yeah, probably what we'll use it for to start with. Back around. I'm still getting used to this this farm as well. We got our garages here. Don't think we can. No, they're not openable. No. Farmhouse. Well, we've had to put a little doormat here to save the game. A front loader with bale spike. Bale trailer here. Small grain trailer. These are the rollers which can be used for fertilizing pasture and actually crop fields as well. Can fertilize those. Got a harrow here. A harrow or a cultivator, sorry. Cultivator. Plough. Very small plough, only 3 furrows on that. It's got a working width of about 1.5 meters, so you won't be ploughing anything big with that, but unfortunately it seems that any kind of plough needs a lot of power, and our tractors aren't overly powerful. New Holland D800 baler. With this kit, I've tried to keep it to stuff that I recognise from when I was a kid. I don't remember. Whenever I remember seeing fields being baled, it was always rectangular bales. Very rarely round bales. So I've gone with a rectangular baler. Again, due to the power of the tractors, probably could have done the front and rear mowers. The 2 on the back, 1 on the front. But decided to keep it simple to start with. We could progress to that kind of thing. Got a wind rower there. Yep, and the tedder. That's the tedder. It's a fairly simple kit. Got a weight. Got the Case 5150 Pro. And the Ford 8340. These are just empty storages at the moment, but I'm sure we'll buy some stuff at some point. So we're going to try and do as much of this work ourselves as we can. We don't want to be hiring too many workers or anything like that, so keep it a bit more immersive. Again, I think we'll try and do as much as we can from inside the cab, and just for a little bit of immersion. So, to start with then, we'll go and hook up the plough. So, and we're going to do that little field. Whoa! Somehow I didn't see that post. We'll go around that this time. And I think to get to that field, we need to go this way. Now, one thing we're not going to do too much on the way of like course play, or we can use helpers, but I think we want to try and do as much as we can just ourselves, just to keep it a bit more interesting. So to start with, we need to... does that need to be unfolded? Let me just... Cause that looks... that looks a little bit... Unfold plough. No? Where do I do that? There we go. So why didn't that unfold? You're probably better off keeping those open. So, let me undrop this. Work our way straight across here. Does it matter which way we've got the plough to start with? I don't think so. But at some point we are going to have to rotate the plough, turn the plough to come back the other way. Keep it in a straight line. I think we're going to have to makes it a bit more interesting, doesn't it? Oh, no. I'm going to keep it that way. There we go. Kept it in a kind of straight line. We're not getting all of it there. We need to move over a little bit. That's better. And we'll get to the end. Such a small field. So then we do need to rotate it. And I think we've almost got to stay in our tyre track. Make sure that we actually get it all, because we have missed a bit there. Missed quite a bit down the middle there. So we lift, rotate. Back onto the line of the tyres. Drop that down. And then we'll do the heads. The headlands at the end, I think. We'll do the up and down bits first, and then we'll go around the edges of the field to tidy that up. We're still missing some. Okay, so this could take some time. So I guess I'll catch up with you when we're done. Right, okay, well we're getting there. We're probably not quite halfway done, but almost halfway through now. It is taking a long time. But I think luckily this field is pretty small. I mean, if this was any of those other fields, it would literally be an all-day job. And we don't want to be doing that, really. So I think I do think we've got a bit more play with power-wise out of this tractor. I think we can go for a bit bigger of a plough next time, and we'll probably will get something a bit bigger, just because we want to be able to do some contract work as well to make a bit of money. So we've got £10,000 at the moment, but that's probably not going to last a huge amount of time. Every day we get costs for running the farm, for refilling the tractors whenever that needs doing with fuel, just kind of general costs like that. So we will need to make some money probably be a good idea to get some sort of greenhouses or something that's just going to make a bit of income passively that we can just leave to run, and just get a couple of £100 out of that each day. That might just cover the cost of the running of the farm, so we don't need to worry about that too much. But yeah, I think any kind of contract work with this plough will just take way too long. Lift. Yeah, not too much longer on this now. So that is half the field done. This is a much bigger job than I was expecting, especially with this size of plough. I guess we've done a little bit more than half. So I think after this we might put a worker on just to cultivate this field. The only issue is we haven't actually got a seeder or anything like that, so maybe with that 10,000 we can have a look to see what we could possibly buy. Might be able to get something second hand for that amount, but that is going to be something we need for this field, and I think we might be able to get a decent amount of money out of the grass fields. But I've just noticed actually I've got a marker. How do I do that? It's a rear window. That's just for when it's hot. So yeah, we have got a field a line marker down there by the looks of it. Should be handy, but we're okay. Just follow the very edge. Seems to do all right. So yeah, we'll probably put a worker on to cultivate this field, and then we'll go and roll the grass fields. That's another job that needs doing. But for now, I'm going to keep on ploughing. A bit early there. I think we've probably got about once down and once back up again, and that should be this field done then. So that took a bit longer than I thought it would, but we're there. Then we just need to do the headlands of the field, and then we can get on to the next job. But maybe we'll just do the last couple of ones from inside. Pretty handy if the wing mirrors actually worked. Let's line that up, put that down again. I think if we just keep that along the edge of there, we should be okay. Look at that. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's that one done. So let's lift that. And which way is it facing? Okay. So now we'll do on here. Okay. Can we keep that wheel on that edge? That should be alright. I wonder if the furrows, yeah, they changed direction. That's pretty cool. Let's raise that now. We'll do the bottom of the field, which I don't think there's too much at the bottom, but might as well do it. Lower that again. Get the kettle on. We've done a job. Let's go and put this plough back. I don't remember how to get there. It's down this one. Back into the yard. And then we'll park that up where we got it from, next to the cultivator. And then what we'll probably try and do is squeeze that through, is to drop the cultivator on and get the worker set up in that field. Whoops, wrong button. Let's hook the cultivator up, and then we'll use the case and the rollers, and we'll go and roll those grass fields. Interesting to see, actually. I'm not sure whether they are just rollers or whether they are whether they fertilise or whether they just weed. We'll see. Yes. So we gotta unfold it. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Oh, I thought it extended out. Good that it does those rollers as well, to be fair, because that at least gives it a nice finish. So yeah, this will be another job that's probably going to take about the same amount of time, so we won't do that. We will get a helper on that one. It'll cost a little bit of money, but I think that is going to be worth it in the end. I think if we start them off along that line, that's fine, there's no furrows or anything, so and from what I remember, if we go, we might need to just finish off little bits of it, line it up best we can, and go and help. Them doing it now, and they're going to just go in a dead straight line. I had course play running, which that was really helpful with helpers. See how they handle this. Are they going to get stuck? No. Which side are they going to? Are they going to do this side of it? Hopefully. Yeah. So we'll just have to come back and finish off the little bits that they've missed. But it seems like they'll be fine. Okay, so now we can go to this case. Get the rollers on. Also do that little field as well once they've finished cultivating it. The turning circle of this thing is not good. Forward is much better. Right, so I think we go all the way down this track. Retro, isn't it, this? Pretty cool. Maybe 7.5, what radio station's that? Okay, so this is our gate over here. Stop and open that. It's darker than that side, I wonder why. Go to the map. So we can go on growth. You can see I've missed a lot of those. So what's that now showing? Ploughed. Okay, that's fine. So now, so this has got a full, that's fully fertilized. This one isn't. And oh God, this one needs ploughing. We don't want to do that. Not with that little thing. Sugar. Sugar, sugar. All right, let's see if we can put another application of fertilizer to the other side. I don't remember how to unfold it. X. So close those down. Rollers on. I don't know what turning them on means, but so folders, hire worker. As they come into the field now. So that isn't working. That might just be that it's not ready to it's pretty cool. be that these are ready to harvest. You'd expect the grass to be a little bit longer than that, but it did say ready to harvest, didn't it? Okay, so it looks like we're putting these back. Now what we might go and look at now then is to see if we can get a bigger plough. Or at least some kind of seed drill for that field. Not too sure what we're going to put in there yet, and it's such a tiny field. Such a tiny field, it seems like it's a bit of a waste, because even if we put crops in it, we've then got to get a harvester, and we don't want to plough that other field until we've at least had the grass off it. Okay, so see how he's getting on. Doing good, doing good. Yes, so contracts. Transporting, sowing, cultivating. Yeah, it'd be too much, wouldn't it, that? They're all cultivating, and we've got the smallest cultivator in the world. Ploughing field 9. Let's have a look where field 9 is. 9. Okay, that isn't too bad. Right. So we've got this classic one. I don't like using these for anything other than grass, because it just doesn't seem realistic enough that you just spread the seed on like that. Fertilizer, that seems okay. But that isn't a fertilizer thing. 15,000, 42,000. We're not going to get anything for our 9 grand, are we? 14,000, but I don't think that's everything you need. I think that's just the... I think you have something on the front. Maybe that attaches to it. Yeah. Crumbs. I think we need to... We do want that one. I think we probably want this one. However, what's the working width of that? 4 meters, that's pretty good. Stick markers. It's 100 horsepower, so we could use that. It's just a bit too expensive, so I think we might need to get these second-hand mods. Ploughing. However, what we can do, we could hire the plough. Hire a bigger plough. We don't know. Hire the seed drill. What was that notification? Wages, 238. Drums, we're spending a lot of money. Okay, so seed drill. This one seems pretty good. So to lease that, Be 700 quid to start with. And then per day, 152. I think that could be pretty good. So let's just have a quick look at what we would plant. So we want something that's going to have a good return. So say things like oats, I think they are. I wish it would tell you. Wheat. Okay. So we look at prices. 700. So you've got barley. Oats could be a good one if we keep hold of them until the winter. Do you know what? I think we're going to go for the cedar, and we're going to go for oats. Decided. Pallet of seeds or big bag of seeds? Thing is, I'm gonna have to get fertilizer as well if we start doing that. Right, we're gonna take the risk. We're gonna buy a bag of those, and we're gonna hire that cedar. We're just gonna leave those off. We're gonna lease that. Okay, right, let's get off to the store and we're going to pick that up. So unfortunately, for that helper to do that field, it's probably going to cost close to £1,000. Which is a bit much, really. Right, well, actually, is this field mine? No. Never mind. Right, so we're going to get the seed drill, we're going to put oats in that field, and then hopefully the rain will have stopped. That should be stopping soon. And then, once that's happened, we can then cut that grass, and we can get that baled up. That way we can bale, sell those at the animal yard, animal dealer. They buy that. Just seems so much more complicated now. I used to have this farm here. With that one there was a BGA, so you could put all your silage and whatever into the BGA, and that would then create digestate for you to use to spread on your fields, and it would also make you money, which was nice. So yeah, let's get down the shop, pick up our stuff. Annoyingly, I should have gone with the Ford, because if I had taken the Ford, it's got the front loader for that, and then I could have brought that whole pallet, the big bag, back with me. So with any luck, I'll be able to fill up most of that into the seed drill now, and then we won't need to fill it up again. Fingers crossed. And the other thing that I used to have, I'd set up all my auto drive so I could just auto drive. Oh, you've got to watch out for that because what will happen, they'll just get stuck. They'll keep charging you. Okay, fine. Yeah, they'll keep charging you, and then if you haven't noticed that they're stuck, you'll end up with a huge bill. So we're down to into 7,000 now. Oh, we did hire the C-tron. So we need to get that done today so that we can return that and not get charged an extra day. So we need to quickly get down there, get back, get the job done. So I'll see you in a minute. Turning circle on this thing. Gee. Not that one. That's good. So it's stopped raining, so that's one thing. So I'll hook this up. It just looks like an old thing, doesn't it? Refill it. I think. Barley, so we want oats. What I might do... You got a cover? Yes. What I might do is see if we can just, I don't know, is this too unrealistic? It is really. If that thing can't fold up. Is that going to stay on? Definitely not. Okay, well, that's that. Helper G has completed their task. But he hasn't. Helper G is a slacker. Let's put him running down here, shall we? Hopefully keep him busy until we get back. Now we do need to just be careful that we don't clip cars and walls and all that kind of stuff, because they stick out. What was I saying? They stick out. This field is certainly looking lovely, but he certainly hasn't finished his task, has he? So, just finish this off for them, and then crack on with the sowing. So this is quite a quick job anyway, so it's not too bad. Let's just do across here. Yeah, I might install courseplay for the next video, just because that makes the workers intelligent. So they don't just go up and down the field. They'll do headland passes. They'll work to the shape of the field, whereas the standard one on this on FS19 they don't. Which is another really good thing actually about 2022. I believe they incorporated courseplay into the actual game, so it's not a mod anymore. It is actually in the game, and I'm not sure how 2025 is going to work, but I mean, I'm sure that's going to be even better. But I guess we'll see. Only a couple more weeks to go before that's released, and I'm sure we'll be getting some content out of some of the YouTubers that play that game a lot more often. We're going to see some of that soon, I would have thought. But yeah, I think we'll put courseplay on, and then at least just means that we can leave someone doing the work if we've got to go down the shop. Otherwise, it takes about 10 minutes to get there and back. And when you're trying to get stuff done, you've got to either go and fetch some seeds or fertilizer or a piece of equipment. It just means it's just such a waste of time. And there was a farm that's right next to the store, but I just didn't like how it was set out. It wasn't a very it was quite a difficult farm to get around. I think it was quite small and just lots going on, so went for this one. But it couldn't be any further away. It literally is the furthest point on the map. I think those are all okay, so I think we'll just do this, and then that is done. And I don't think we can fertilise field, the grass field in there. Although that's not fully fertilised, I don't think we can, because it hasn't been ploughed. Even if we did fertilise it, it wouldn't count. So we might be able to do that far one, but I think we're going to have to wait until tomorrow to do that. So let's fold that back up. Is that not folding? How do we fold? X? B? Unless it doesn't fold. Lower cultivator. No? Okay, cool. I think we can do it. We want to go down there. Uncle Schumacher. Shed. I'm not seeing these posts, am I? Now I think normally you would seed after. You'd seed and then you'd roll, right? I think. So we'll just park that there. Let's just turn the beacons off. Back to our other tractor. Now we've got oats. So we're just going to run up and down the field to start with, maybe. I won't start there. I'll start in the end. We'll start here. Let's zoom out so we can see what we're doing. So then lower. The ridge marker is Z. Oh, we don't have that, unfortunately. Right, we've got oats selected. something B. Turn on the sower. And there we go. Okay, so that's going pretty well, and we've got a decent width on this one as well now, so at least that definitely helps, and that's only used 2%, so that's promising as well. Right, I'm going to have to work on that turnaround, because that is ridiculous. We'll ride up to the edges so we don't have to keep coming back and doing the headlands. Yeah, I think this is that's going to be a good hire, that is. Because at least we can just keep hold of that for today. I don't think we're going to need it for anything else. At least now we can do this field, and then that'll be it now for until much later on in the year. We harvest, we'll roll it. That gives you one application of fertilizer, and then I guess we'll probably buy a fertilizer spreader. Just good thing if we eventually get cows. That's another really good thing that can be, you can just use their slurry and they make manure as well, so you can use all that as fertiliser, so it's just free, rather than, I think fertiliser is about £4,000 per bag, which is crazy really. Right, let's see if we can do a better turnaround. So yeah, at least with the cows, you get free fertiliser, you get the milk from them. I think you also get slurry, so just another kind of fertiliser, so you can either sell the manure, I think there's a manure sell point, or you can use it on the if you get a greenhouse, you can use it with that. That's the point. After we've done this field, I think we're going to we'll have a little look to see what greenhouses we can get and how much they are, because I think that might be the next purchase. Just keeps us ticking along. Nice easy bit of money. Overlapping these a little bit too much. Okay. The good thing is as well is that I think the harvester that would be a decent size for this field, it's only about 40 grand. So I think, even if we just have to hire that one to do this, it should only be 1,000 or so, and then hopefully we make enough money to have actually paid for the hire of all this equipment. That's going to be the next thing, isn't it? Is it actually been worth it? Should we just have paved this field, filled it full of sheds? Right, so I think I'm going to go and speed run through this, so I can get that sorted, and then we can move on to our next task. So I'll see you at the end of this field. Okay, well that's that done. That was a lot quicker than the ploughing, that's for sure. We've just got this little bit up here to do. So I'll just quickly do that now. And then that's seeding done. And the other thing I realised as well was that this field has actually already got its full application of fertiliser somehow. I mean, it won't do once you've harvested this, so that's fine. I'm just going to put this in here. I don't think we've got space for it anywhere else. There we go. So that didn't use too much in the way of seeds, so that's good. So what have we got now? So planted. So that should now, I think tomorrow, that might start its first phase of growth. See, look, it's fully fertilized. So this does need ploughing, but I think what I'm going to do is probably on the next episode, I'll have course play installed. So then hopefully this field, we can just set a worker on that and get them to plough it, because that's going to be a huge job. And then we'll plant that. We'll probably just plant that back to grass, or will we do oats as well? We'll decide that at a later date, but hopefully then tomorrow as well we can roll that field. So let's go and put this back. What time is it now? It's 3:30 in game time. So I think what we're going to do actually is we're going to go and mow that field that we're going to plough, so we can see just how much grass is going to come off it. And then if there's a decent amount, we'll just mow the other big field as well, and then we might as well. Ooh. Such tricky things to get out. Yeah, we might as well do both. How on earth are you supposed to transport this in real life? Whoops. Surely they can't. Surely it's not like that. Wouldn't they normally be upright? So we can unfold that. Probably won't be able to do that. So that's a decent working width. So we're going to work around the field anti-clockwise. Okay. Drop the mower down. Good thing is that you can go at a decent pace with this as well, so doesn't seem to be a huge amount of grass being cut. I suppose as well this will have to be baled. So I think because is it me or does that grass over there look longer? Anyway, I think this is just going to have to be baled. So we're not going to dry this out for hay. I think we're just going to cut it, windrow it, and then it can just be we'll just keep it as grass. We'll just bale it. Grass bales. Do we get a bale wrap? God, so indecisive. No, I think we don't bother with a bale wrap. We just sell these, get this field ploughed, get it planted as grass again. Or oats. We get the other grass field up to 100% fertilised, and then that should give us a good yield from that. That we'll probably then keep that for silage. Get a bale wrap for that one. Have that as silage. That should then make us a bit more money. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do, I think. But the reality is, by the next episode, I probably would have forgotten all that, and I'll end up doing something completely different. But we'll see. So yeah, you can really see that this isn't a good yield from this. But it will have to do. It's better than nothing, and if we ploughed it, it would just be completely wasted, so we'll get something out of it. We've got the equipment for it, so might as well. Might as well. Got decent working width on it. Like I said, at least you can crack on with this at 13 miles an hour, so it's going to take a while, and I think we'll time lapse through this one again, because it is going to be a bit of a tedious one, but I will catch up with you when I'm finished. Okay, well we're nearly there now. Very nearly there. That again took a long time, but that is a pretty big field. One cool thing that I did notice actually, that as the time goes on, you can see that on the tractor, the dirt on the roof is all green because of the grass, which is pretty neat. And I think depending on what you're doing, that dirt will show up as different colours. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I think we're pretty much there. I don't know why I went this way. This turning circle. Another part in a bit. That should be us done. And it is now 5:20. So I think on a spring day it's a good time to call it quits and have your tea. So then we're going to take this back. Now hopefully all this cut grass is going to be here tomorrow. I'm a bit worried that because there isn't too much of it, I'm a bit worried that it's all going to dissipate by the morning. Especially if it rains or whatever. I'm a bit worried that it's going to get wet. Let's have a little. What is the weather going to do today? Oh, we are going to get some rain. Flip. Right. Well, with a little bit of luck, all that grass will still be here tomorrow, and we can windrow that and then bale it. So we're going to get a worker on the windrow, and we're going to follow behind with a baler. And then once all that's done, we can then use the the trailer and the front loader to load all those bales up, and then we'll take them to the animal dealer, get those sold, and then hopefully we should be somewhere around breaking even for the day. At that point then we might be able to start. I'm going to have to reverse this in, aren't we? Yeah, start doing some jobs. I think at the moment it's mainly ploughing and cultivating, which isn't exactly good for us because our tools for those activities are pretty rubbish. But when there are some baling contracts to do, I think we'll come into our own then. That'll do, won't it? That'll do. So let's park this one up. Ford's alright there, I think. Engine off, and out we get. So I think that's a pretty good first day. We've got some crops in the ground. Let's see what it says about it. Fertilised 66%. Why does it say that? Okay. That colour is not as dark as it'll go. Right, well, okay, well tomorrow we'll be rolling that field as well as the big grass field. So, another job for us. So, thank you very much for watching. We're going to go to sleep for the night now. And I hope you join me next time. Some more farming fun. Alright, see you next time. Thanks for watching.